Broadcasting live from the mixed up world of Hyrule, this is the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament 2021. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Bobtastic, and joining me today on commentary is Mocha Jones 10. Mocha Jones, how you doing?
I'm excited for Game 3 of this series, Pikapals versus Ninban. It's been an amazing series. I'm pretty sure you could tell me about Game 1. I can tell you about Game 2. All the crazy antics that have happened in this series. But I'm excited to see what antics we come into today.
Yeah, so we've had, this is Game 3 of the match, again in the round of 16, the third round of this tournament. And so the winner here is moving on. The loser here is being done. Both of the races over the past couple of days have been a little bit nuts. Ninban was poised to win that first one, and then had a mishap with the magic, and so put him into this situation where he's having to crawl back. But he's welcome to do so right now as we begin.
Alright, so since this is a standard mode, we're going to have to see the exact same opening. But my question to you, Dr. Bob, is what's Uncle going to have for us today?
Well, let's see. Monday, I think it was just not Monday. Wednesday, it was just a sword. I did a comms yesterday where it was bombs. I'm feeling Kana Bryan today.
Oh, you're wanting them to just suffer because it's Kana Burna. But oh my goodness, Dr. Bob, are you clairvoyant or something? Because it's a Kana Burna.
Feels good. I mean, the answer is no, I'm not clairvoyant, but I was just feeling like it. But yeah, that's an interesting weapon. The downside with the Cane of Burna is it's real hard to try to farm bombs. So you really want to hope to get some otherwise.
Yeah, and magic current surface is going to have to be really strict here. Especially if they start heading to the back of the escape and run out. They will have to save and quit if they don't have any other weapon. Or else they'll have to save and quit and refill that magic.
Yeah, I think what you really want to do there is probably take the death or something like that. Yeah. So these runners, they know how to use the Cane of Burna, of course. And there's our key. But for those of you who don't know, the Cane of Burna it makes you invincible, and it does give you a little bit of damaging aura around you. The thing about it is, normally with your sword, you knock it in whatever direction. Cane of Burna is always going to knock whatever you're hitting directly upward. And so it's best to get them up against a wall up top like that so that they don't run off. And there's some bombs, so not nearly as problematic as it was a minute ago.
Yeah, not having the fire for bombs is going to be very good for whenever they get to the back of escape, or if they just happen to run out of magic. They can use those bombs if they need to as a weapon. Now, as a speedrunner, I'm not a fan of Cane of Burna as a start because that's going to lag up until we get something more substantial as a weapon.
Oh, absolutely. You are going to lose frames left and right, and there's a mail upgrade.
Yeah, so this is standard hard mode. So we have a hard item pool. You will not be seeing any armor. You will only see up to a tempered sword. You will only see one bow. You will only see 14 hearts. You will only see up to a fire shield. All the items are still in the game, but once, just like you just saw there with that armor, you will see them replaced with green 20s.
Yeah, and the reason I could tell it was an armor upgrade is because we hadn't gotten any of the other things that could be a green 20 at that point. And so that's just the only thing that can be a green 20 this early in the game. And also, it makes me sad because I really, really, really like some armor upgrades. And green mail sucks.
Yeah, especially if we have really early dark world access and low hearts. A couple, like one or two hits from those dark world enemies can have you save or have you continuing.
Those jumping spaghetti monsters, I'm telling you, they're my nemesis. They'll just smack you around for no reason. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, into the basement we go. Both runners have enough magic to get the rat down, and that's about it. Here in the back.
Yeah, I don't think they'll actually will use any more magic until they get to that rat. I don't foresee them farming for any more bombs. They can use the ones they have already to get the 3 chests in the back. So we'll probably just see them go straight back and see where they go from there.
All right. Very nicely done for Ninban. Pikapals, the rat got away from him a little bit there. A little bit of RNG involved, but both of them taking care of it. And we get a full heart, a piece of heart, and a map. So our runners will be needing to check the chest in Sanctuary.
Yeah, it's just getting ready to say, if that was not a map, we're going to walk straight out of Sanctuary.
Yeah. Knowing me, I'd still pick it up because I forget. I don't trust myself with my counting of items. The seeds blur together.
Oh, I completely understand that. And I hope for our runner's sake, that seed meld does not take into effect today. As we get some more money from Sank, so we're prepared for a majority of the seed with our money.
Yep. The only thing we don't have enough for at this very moment is Zora, and I mean, let's be fair, you're going to be able to get quite a bit more as we move along here. Now, both of our runners, I very much doubt either of them checks the lumberjack at the moment. Well, and I might be corrected here. Pikapals proving me wrong.
Yeah, I believe Pikapals did the exact same thing yesterday. Check the lumberjack spot. Ooh, and there's a sword in the Lost Woods.
See, now if I were Ninban, I would be tempted to go check it.
I saw red. I thought it was a moon pearl. It's just a bottle. And I can dig that item Ninban got cause it's a shovel.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's some weird scenarios in which you'd have to go just to get that bottle. Like, you could have Moon Pearl at Sick Kid, and that's the only bottle available. But that's... I seriously doubt that ends up being a thing.
Yeah, I do as well. As we do see Ninban saving and quitting, heading down to the dam. And I wonder if they'll go over and check Mini Moldorm Cave, heading over to Ice Rock Cave.
That does seem like the general play here. Oh, look at that. We got a glove.
I'm pretty sure Ninban's going to be really happy to see that today, this early.
So if I were Ninban, and I'm an idiot, so don't pay any attention to me, but what I might have done there is headed left instead with that glove and farmed up like another 100 rupees or so in the cave since you got that glove, in case you want to go to Zora here. But we did find the bow in Blind's hut from Pikapals there, and a hammer.
And a hammer! We know 2/3 of our Dark World access. We still need to find that Moon Pearl to fully go into Dark World.
And a mirror inside Mini Moldorm Cave. Okay, Ninban is just going to the immediate southern items. Neither of the corner items.
Ooh, Pikapals getting bailed out. Oh, throwing that last bomb and picking up 3 more in that first chest.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we got a bug net, we got a powder, and we got more bombs. So the powder, of course, we can actually check Magic Bat right now on account of having that, the hammer from Blindside.
Yeah, Ninban digging up some more health because, hey, as we just said, we're going to be stuck on green mail all game. So if these runners see a full heart early game, I expect them to pick it up.
Seems legit. Alright, 50 rupees at the race game. Don't think anybody's going to go out of their way for that one.
I was going to say, I don't think we missed a bottle. I think Pikapals thought he had one, but was not.
Was that what I thought it was?
It was a piece of heart on the library ledge.
Yeah, my brain saw something completely different. Thanks for correcting me there.
Alright, what's magic back on the half for us today? Is it going to be good, or is it going to be you just wasted some magic in here?
Mushroom for hilarity effect.
Are you saying it's going to be an inverted powder?
Aw. How about all the bombs you can stand? I'll take it.
Alright, so we're pretty much going to flip-flop routes, I'm going to say, because Pikapals might, after going to Dig Spot, save and quit and head south, even though they do have the bow, so I didn't quite see the map check, because it was so quick at the beginning. But
I believe it was Eastern, Pendant, and Crystals at the other two.
Okay. I was going to say, if Eastern was a crystal, I could see Pikapals going straight over there and clearing that out. Although the route that Ninban's taken, Ninban could go up the mountain. So I believe Ninban can not only clear out Hera, but can also... Nope, Ninban saving and quitting.
Alright, so Pikapals heading over to the Eastern area could end up actually going into Eastern with that bow. I mean, I know some people will like to do an early Eastern play when there is a bow, even if it's a pendant.
You have both runners actually heading to Eastern area. Now, Pikapals not having gone to the dam area and to Mini Moldorm Cave does not have the glove, does not have the mirror yet. So, be interesting what Pikapals finds in here and where that will direct them.
Yep, both runners heading in. Did Ninban just skip?
Yes, Ninban did skip it, which I believe there's only a boomerang in there of note.
Yeah, I think maybe he's under the impression that it's a green pendant Eastern. I don't think it is.
Yeah, like I said, that's a really quick map check, and I did not see it on either our stream or the restream because it was super quick.
I mean, I saw it and it kind of imprinted in my brain, but I didn't mention it, and I think it was a blue pendant, but don't hold me to it.
I'm pretty sure someone in chat will help us out there if they could decipher it in the time that they both had them up. Ooh, and there's our Master Sword. That's 2 items already in Eastern.
All right, so certainly can't complain about this play.
The question is, if we find the 3rd item, do these runners nope out of here? Because there was a situation yesterday where Ninban went ahead and cleared out Pendant dungeons, and it turned out to be a ped seed. And that was the advantage that Ninban had once it was found out that it was a ped seed.
Yeah, once all the dust settled, that was the way to go. Oh, yeah, that is a real good point. Heading up, not necessarily finishing the dungeon, but going up to get another 90 rupees. I like the point from chat there, because there's 90 rupees in the room above to sort of deck you out for Zora there.
That is true.
All these people with their ideas and their making sense.
I just speak about what I see. That's how I commentate. But they're clearly navigating these dark rooms, probably the easiest dark rooms of the game. Oh, quite well. Pikapals doing it with a little bit more swag, not even having the sword out. Ninban's clipping and getting the vanilla bit key. I know that vanilla ring.
All right. Yeah, there wouldn't be extensive strats developed for that if it weren't important. You know what I mean?
I know that for sure. Ooh, and there is an item on Armos.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna have ourselves a fun time trying to get through this room. It is in fact non-trivial to beat up these Igors, but both of them managed to pull it off without much issue.
Yeah, I know. If you wait a little bit too long, those what are they? Popo's little tentacle things will start attacking you, and then it kind of throws you off. But these runners, they're a bit more experienced than I know I am. So they just go through here, making it look super clean, super easy, heading into Armos.
Oh, the sync is real, y'all.
It's like, are we going to have a simultaneous Armos kill?
The sync is very real.
Oh my goodness, the sync is real, and the pickups are real. And we have flippers.
The flippers are real. Oh, dear me. So that is a heck of a play there. Ninban now heading down to Sazral's closet.
And I think is Pikapals going to skip the dam? Looks like Pikapals is skipping the dam. Yes.
Yeah, I think Pikapals seems to have a methodology in which you can get all of the out of the way checks done if necessary. Where you go to Mini Moldorm first and then go east, and then later you come back and do dam in Aegean's Cave.
Yeah, which that is, I believe, the route he took yesterday, and we're not seeing Hylia Island today. But in waiting to do that check, he's delaying him picking up the gloves.
So he actually might go left here. No, okay. I was thinking he might go left here to go farm rupees for Zora, but yeah, we're fine.
I mean, there is a cave that's right outside of Ice Rock Cave that you can also farm rupees a little bit slower, but he only has just not a lot left to get.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not a ton left to acquire.
Which Zora is in logic with the gloves.
And
everything else is not.
Oh wait, but we don't have the flippers. Are not in logic, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, wait, the flippers are lamp or fire rod locked, but no, they're lamp locked because of where the big key was. And we just got another bottle, or a bottle, to begin with, and free blue goo in the waterfall. I'm okay with that. Sounds like a plan.
Yes, and we do see Ninban skipping out. I believe it skipped out on Ice Rock Cave, which means they're skipping out on getting pulling that. Well, actually, Pikapals can't even pull the rock because Pikapals did not do the dam.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's obnoxious.
I think Pikapals is going to hope that the sun prizes rupees, which I didn't see what the sun prize actually was, or if they actually did a sun prize yet.
I believe we saw that it was the full magic at one point. And the only reason I'm saying that is because chat says it's full magic.
Yeah, I was looking at chat, just like, yeah, they're saying full magic. Guess it's full magic.
I'm not trying to say that I'm the most observant in the world. I'm saying I'm cheating. That's what chat is for. Oh, okay. We have second glove.
So now we are super seriously a Moon Pearl away from Dark World access, because we can access Dark World however we want to now.
So what this game is out to teach us is that if you use strength enhancing items, you might get sick.
It's just, well, for Ninban, it was the power of the Infinity Crystals in the glove.
Oh, Pikapals is actually going to farm these crabs because they're the same group as the guards, and they've got red and blue rupees in it. So he will be able to actually get up to 500 pretty quickly here.
Also a little bit surprised that Pikapals is not trying to dig up a rupee as well, just hoping that they'll find one. Oh, there's 23 rupees. As we have Ninban, more out of logic, going up the mountain, saving the old man, and clearing up the actually, until we get Moon Pearl, just the Light World of Death Mountain, and probably Super Bunny Cave.
Yep, can do Super Bunny Cave with the good old glove there. All right, Pikapals has acquired that 500th rupee and will now be checking the scam artist himself.
So it's time for everyone's favorite game, Scam or No Scam, of King Zora.
Scam it is. Minus 99% return on that one as we head right on out here.
I feel like Pikapals is now going to go to the dam and then head west towards Agina's cave.
So Ninban saw the mushroom there in Spectacle Rock Cave. So this is another check that can be made pretty quick.
Now I wonder if, well, we have powder, so we don't have to save scum that mushroom. But I wonder if we'll ever see that turned in, depending on what we find in the scene.
All right, glove for Pikapals.
I'm gonna say that bomb jump that Ninban just did is a thing of beauty every time I see it.
Oh yeah, it's interesting, let me tell you. Okay, we've got our other map check. Pod and Ice Palace as our other pendants. Looks like we had crystal number 6 over at Turtle Rock. I didn't see the other 5-6 crystal.
It is desert, according to the tracker. Our tracker's amazing.
All right. Oh,
and there is our lamp. We are now in logic again.
Now, Ninban is going to have himself an interesting situation here because, so Pikapals, if he goes up the mountain, will be able to go into Hera and actually clear it.
Yeah, because it is fire locked, and we do not have a hook shot, so we cannot do Hera pot.
Yep, at least not yet. Now, that being said, when you have the hammer and the mirror, I find that the hookshot does love to hang out over in Paradox Cave when that's possible. Though when you have the hammer, the mirror, and the flippers, it likes to hang out in vanilla location, which is swamp.
And yeah, I was gonna say, and it is a crystal, so we have to go in there anyway.
Surely we wouldn't have a hookshot on pedestal twice in a row.
I mean, with the dungeons that are pendants, it could be, and that's also a flute right there.
Yep, sure got that.
I take it back. We are majority of the way pedestal seed. It all depends on the Ice Palace logic. If Ice Palace is not hookshot locked, then yes, we have a pet seed, and that's also a moon pearl.
Yep, 1 moon pearl for Ninban inside Paradox Cave, and we'll see what happens with Pikapals here. Probably gonna finish out Hera, I imagine. And very nice bomb jump from Pikapals as well.
Yes.
Now, the upside with that moon pearl, of course, is that we can now go into the dark side of this and do some, a few things.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, we have that moon pearl now, so that allows us to traverse the dark road a little bit better because we can actually do stuff now.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess that Ninban's gonna check to see what the requirement is for T-Rock, and then save and quit and find out where they're going.
Yeah, I mean, Ninban could go ahead and go for Spike Cave if he so desires. I mean, we've had the Cane of Brine this whole time, so.
Yes, we do. But I
don't. He turned around, was heading that direction, and then decided, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with the hearts that we have, it might not be the best. And not having half magic.
I mean, so the Spike Cave is in logic if you have hammer, pearl, glove, and you either need half magic and a bottle and the cape, or just Cane of Brine. Cane of Brine by itself will put it in logic.
which we actually do have a bottle full of blue goo on Ninban's side.
That is true.
Did remember
also
that
for Pikapals as well.
And we do have the Hyrulean National Anthem playing right now as Ninban is activating their flute.
There we go. I think the dogs are excited about it too.
Ninban heading immediately to Mire area, not checking out Agina first, but going probably to check out Mire Shed, see what our requirement is for Mire, which it is Ether. So Quake and Ether are our medallions for today.
Yep, sounds like, you know, similar to what it you know, normally is. And by similar, I mean precisely the same as what it normally is.
This is even randomized today.
Shoutouts to Powers of Two on Ninban's rupee count. Just leaving that 300 behind. Have to maintain the power of 2. That's the rule. Moving on. All right.
Dude, we got a poke. Pikapals got a poke.
Yeah, Pikapals, or maybe a Master Sword Slash, but either way, that's unfortunate for Pikapals.
We are boots locked.
Yep. Desert is in fact boots locked because the big key is on the torch. Get a small key in the map, I think it's the map chest, and I'm gonna head to the right side.
Now, Ninban obviously cannot complete this because they don't have boots, but would not have been able to finish this anyway because even if they were able to get the big key, they don't have a fire source yet because they have not gone to Agina's cave.
Yep, they probably will head there momentarily though, so you got that going for them. Alright. Full heart in Checkerboard Cave, not even interested in it. And that kind of makes sense because, you know, with the full hearts you'll pick up along the way, you're likely to run into some other full hearts instead that you pick up without your own knowledge or without knowing what it is. So going out of your way for that one seems less than ideal.
Yes. I feel like Ninban's about to head to... No, they're going to go... Looks like Ninban's going south here to go into Dark World from here and heading to Hype Cave. What's our hype level going to be?
I mean, last couple times I've seen it, it has not been great. So, you know, I'm thinking on the average about a 1.4 out of 100.
Yeah.
All right.
There's one of those heart containers you were talking about. Got $20, 20 bucks, a heart piece, and 300 bucks. So, what's that ranking you gave earlier?
Yeah, I think 1.4 out of 100 is exactly correct. I'm
going to be that person. We can full clear Pendant Pod. And it's green pin. It's green.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
No, yeah, it is.
It's green Pendant Pod, yes.
Yeah, that's 6 items there for you. And it's not inconvenient to turn that in after doing pods, so you never know. Ninban however, decides not to head that direction. He's instead heading west. Pikapals getting the map check. I imagine that will inform his direction. Yep, and Pikapals will also be heading west.
We have chat saying boots on pad.
Yeah, there's a lot of boots on ped stuff. I mean, I think hookshot is still possible as well, which would be just dumb to have hookshot on ped for 2 races in a row for these folks. Certainly not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah, that's gotta be in the back of these runners' heads. Like, with the pendants that are there, hookshot's not necessarily needed for all of them. The only question is Ice Palace hook locked?
Yeah. And to be honest, I couldn't tell you all of the, what goes into that. I know it has to do with the small keys, and I couldn't tell you exactly what makes it in logic or not.
Yeah, I believe it does. Ooh, never mind. That answers our question. There's hookshot.
So, yeah, the hookshot, it will be in logic for Ice Palace no matter what, because we're going to have it. It's right there.
So we're about to get hammer pegs here. Get the Smith turn in. I don't believe Ninban's turned into powder. I might be mistaken, because everything's already running together. As Pikapals is turning in their bottle to get the Infinity Glove.
So yeah, and Pikapals, I imagine, also had the intention of coming up here to activate the flute, but now will probably be, I mean, I'm not sure which is faster. Go back to your portal down south or go up to the portal north. I think it's probably north.
I mean, if you go north, that would just take you a different route throughout Village of Outcasts. So
yeah. Yeah, Pikapals might have had some issues remembering the flute on Wednesday. So chat congratulating him for that feat of memory this time.
Alright, we do have Ninban going to cash in that purple chest. Doesn't seem like there's been much with this. Oh! Never mind. There's an ether medallion.
That is a required ether medallion. And Ninban knows it.
Oh, and I think Ninban's thinking, I've done all these fetch quests and there's been something. There's probably something on Mushroom now. As we do have Pikapals getting the overworld checks in Lost Woods. $50 for nothing for turnaround, fleeting out.
It doesn't even grab the money. That's impressive right there. Like, I would have had a hard time actually talking to the person who will heal you without actually picking up that money. Like, physically, it would have been difficult.
I think we're getting a spot cave check.
I mean, he's got the hook shot, so it's probably hookshot cave.
That is also true.
And maybe Hera.
And the Arrow of Destiny for Pikapals. If we had Silvers in this game, that would be the one arrow to take down Ganon.
Yeah, that is a valid point in chat. The person responsible for the construction of the sea house is not a very good architect. Just a huge waste of space.
Maybe Sea House isn't really a house. Maybe it's more of a medical facility for thieves.
Maybe.
Gotta have that patient prophecy, you know. And very good hair pot from Ninban there. Or a hiding space for contraband.
I mean, there is 300 rupees in there in the original, so could just be, you know, if you walk in there, you don't see anything important from the front door. It's hidden by that large wall. The problem is there are some people who, for some reason, can just see from the top of the ceiling down when they walk into places. You know, I don't know why those people exist in this game, but that's the way this works.
We do have Ninban taking down Moldorm. Almost got knocked into the pit. Did not. Overcame that. As we have Pikapals going through Thieves Town.
All right, so 20 rupees there, and that was the second item in Hera as well. So he will not be forced to go to the basement to wait out that key. So that's a little bit of time that Ninban will be saving over Pikapals in that dungeon. Alright, so Ninban getting on top of Turtle Rock there, and we'll now be heading to Hookshot Cave. 4 items in here.
Yeah. I'd like to go ahead and opening up that portal since we're going to have to make it a little bit easier to get into T-Rock going that way. I don't know. It's debated. Is it easier going to T-Rock from there or going from the south portal?
Alright, so Spike Cave. Hookshot Cave, complete garbage, but yeah, Spike Cave is the next thing on Inbound's mind here.
And we have an offensive advantage on Pikapal's side as he picks up that bacon sword.
That is just offensive. No, I'm kidding. Fairy, please. Fairy just piecing out to Narnia or something over there.
Pikapal's getting zipped off there.
And just 20 rupees in Spike Cave, so another massive waste of time. I don't know about massive, but it was a waste of time.
They're already up here, so just go ahead and finish clearing out Death Mountain. Not have to worry about it anymore. Just check it off your list.
Alright, we got blind time.
Yes, no matter what sword you have, it is still 9 bonks to that head to take down the Master Thief himself.
See, now I'm just imagining blind in like the armor, the Spartan armor from Halo.
Master Thief, not Master Chief, okay? Even though that would be pretty funny. Having Master Chief helmets flying around when he takes damage.
Oh wow, yeah, that'd be good. You hear that, folks? Halloween festive. Just have Blind the Master Thief dressed up as the Master Chief. There you go. Anyway.
As we have these runners retracing each other's steps, go ahead and give these runners a follow. Pikapals and Ninban. They're putting on an amazing race. This is game 3 of their series, and it's been a very epic series so far. Let's see how it concludes tonight. So, again, give these runners a follow. Pikapal and Ninban.
Alright. Yeah, that was 20 rupees in the Peg Cave. Not nearly as relevant as yesterday's Peg Cave. Which I believe was where the cane was yesterday.
It was where the cane was.
Now, here's my question for you. So Pikapals is picking up this purple chest. We know he's gonna flute away here to turn it in. Do you think there's any chance that Pikapals goes into swamp here?
I mean, Pikapals is fully equipped.
The fact that he fluted to 4 instead of 7 means I believe so.
Yeah, we don't have the boot, so we can't just dash and leaving it behind in Dark World. So, is it faster to go this way than to walk all the way around?
I think so. Probably not by much. He's going to leave the portal here, go turn in the purple chest, and then head back, drain the dam, and then he'll be able to get back in the portal. It's a fairly synergistic process.
No, we do not have Kane or Samaria, so there will not be any diver down strats. With that, there are still bomber down strats that they can do to make swamp palaces a little bit more bearable.
Yep. Bomb strats are a thing. I think there is a place where you can do it without bombs or the cane, but it's in the front, and you don't need it there.
Yeah, and I think that's technically not race legal anyway.
All right, one small key in the first chest there, like you do.
Is this even randomized? Oh wait, that's actually required to be a small key in standard mode.
Yeah, key sanity can go a little nuts. You can basically pull your hair out looking for the silly swamp key sometimes. But, and then when it turns out to actually be there in key sanity, you're just like, ugh. Anyway. But yeah, Pikapals heading through swamp. Ninban gonna go ahead and finish off blind just like you do. On 4 hearts, so you're going to want to be careful here. But again, this is scripted, and if you've learned it many times, you should be okay.
Ninban
some damage there at the end, but not enough to matter.
Yeah, Ninban had that cannon burner just ready, just in case to hit that button to become invincible and also deal damage to blind, but didn't need it. Got that last hit, got that crystal, and probably will head to swap as well. Maybe.
Seems likely. Though he might decide to go, maybe go north and check, like, Graveyard Ledge and, other things like that.
Yeah, that is possible. Those are
that's a negative.
Really out of the way. Yeah, those are 2 really out of the way checks, though. So, just going by density of checks, this seems better, and it does look like Pikapals is going to do that bomber down strat.
Yep. Oh, looks like he dropped the bomb at or something at an inopportune time, caused like extra lag there.
Yeah, Bomber Down on the left side is a little bit tougher because you do have that fire bar that is just very inconveniencing for you. Gotta watch out for that, but it's the same setup on both sides.
See, Pikapals is actually dropping it. Yeah, there you go. That's where you want it. I was gonna say the first couple of bombs were actually too high. There's a specific Y pixel you need to drop the bomb on.
Yeah. I've seen people place it according to their shadow in comparison to where they are on the steps. It's just where visual key you have for that Y to get it. Pikapals did get it heading into the left side swamp. Will it be stacked today, or will it just be like pocket change?
I mean, so my philosophy is that swamp is always garbage, especially when it isn't. So, but today it is definitely garbage on left side swamp.
You know what this means, right? Progression's probably in Pendant Pod.
Yeah, Pendant Pod is a real thing. You know, we could have Cane of Samaria on pedestal, which would be obnoxious because you'd have to do Ice Palace without the Cane either.
You mean do it actually with Ice Palace bomb jump? Oh my goodness. Dr. Bob, why would you say something like that?
Well, I mean, at least one of the runners did it yesterday. Nope, still not quite there. Okay, that is correct. There you go. Basically, my cue there is when you're facing left, you have to be exactly 1 pixel off of the black line below you with the shadow, and
that's where I aim where I aim it as well whenever I do Bomber Down. But I said everyone is different. They have different visual cues they look for. Just gotta follow it. Works well for you.
Now, there's a chance Ninban here might decide to just completely skip left side swamp, which would actually do him some good. But he would be leaving behind 2 entire items.
Now, somehow we are just about completely even at this point in the race. I'm trying to decide where would these runners go. Like, they've covered everything each other's done.
Yep, that seems to be the case.
Yeah, the only difference is Ninban did make that 1 extra mountain trip to go do Hookshot Cave when they got Hookshot. Pikapals has not done. Yeah, Pikapals has not done Dark Death Mountain either.
Right. Now we happen to know that it's complete and utter garbage, but he doesn't. I don't think he's done any of this either. He hasn't done Death Mountain, or not Death Mountain. He hasn't done Desert. He hasn't done Mire area. He could go into Misery Mire. I have seen Vanilla Cane too many times to discount it.
I have as well. And Vanilla Big Key to get that Vanilla Cane.
Now that's just gross.
And since we do have that hook shot, we can go into Mire.
Mm-hmm.
Ninban going back to do left side swamp because there are those two items there. So that's, I say we're pretty even, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Skipping left side swamp the first time and then going back in, I feel like is gonna waste you some time. At the very least, you don't have to do the diver down glitch again because it doesn't help you.
We'll say Ninban might not be comfortable with bomber down, so that might be why. Because I don't believe they did bomber down on the back of swamp either.
Yeah, so pod does seem like sort of the most attractive play at the moment, but it is a pendant, and nobody wants to have to do pendant dungeons when you don't have to.
Yeah, there are 7 items actually, or not 7, 6 items actually associated with pod, since that is also green pendant. That might lure them there. It really depends.
Alright, so Pikapals is electing not to go into Mire, and looks like he's going to go ahead and do the Dark Death Mountain play, which makes sense. It A, helps to know that what medallion you're looking for, and B, he was unable to do this the first time due to lack of glove.
So places we haven't seen yet, obviously the dungeons that we haven't been in, we haven't seen, I believe it was on Pyramid, we have not seen Catfish, Graveyard Ledge, are the ones I believe that we can access right now that we haven't seen.
Well, it looks like Ninban is going for Pendant Pod here, so that is going to be probably the most lucrative play.
I said there is 6 items associated with Pendant Pod today because it is that green pendant.
Now, I said I don't know anything about the key logic in Ice Palace. I do know things about the key logic here in Pod. You in fact must have at least 4 keys in the first 6 chests. And so if at a certain point they get 2 items that aren't keys, you can bet they'll probably skip from that point on. Unless they need a key for something. Yep, there's the first key.
Alright. Find dip independent pod as we find the big key. We're going to probably drop down here because we cannot access the vanilla bit key chest yet.
Yep, not if you use your key on the front door there, and that's generally how you get here unless you went to the far side.
That's our second small key that we've seen.
Yep, so we can, in the 2 chests here and that big key chest, we can have at most 1 more non-small key item. And it is very possible to actually have 5 small keys in the front. And I have seen the mythical 6 small key front before, and that was ridiculous.
I've heard about the mythical 6 key front, and it sounds ridiculous. And there's our first item in pod.
Yeah, so if Ninban's keeping count, he should completely skip the big key chest now.
Yes. I have seen runners at this point just go ahead and go straight back to Helmasaur, but it looks like Ninban is opting
to get stuck a bit.
Is opting to go ahead and go to the back of pod.
Yeah, sometimes falling in that hole can work out if you're quick enough, but sometimes it just does not want to do the thing.
Dude, we're setting up for a hammer yump.
Yep, that is going to save you time if you've got the big key. And Pikapals is following Ninban now into Pendant Pod. Ice
and there's
rod.
our ice rod. That's cold, man. That is so cold.
That it is. And boots.
There are boots. Pendant Pod. Still play.
I mean, can we have more value here? Is it even possible? We have the fire rod for some reason. I was just really hoping it would show up right then.
You know it has to be in a dark room, right?
Yeah, that is the rule, isn't it?
But it's not. I mean, it could
All
be.
right, so we know there is something that's not a key in this room down here, known as the Harmless Hellway. So Ninban's going to go ahead and grab that.
Oh my!
Good lord! Oh, wow! Jeez!
Oh my goodness! Pendant Pod people.
Pendant Pod people? What have you done? Replace this with all pod people? I'm confused. Alright. Ninban now heading into Misery Mire with that Cane of Samaria. That is definitely what you want to have before you come in here. And I think that was all of the items in pod, except for what comes from the green pendant. So,
yeah, if Pikapals goes and turns that in, and that was a fire rod, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I can't see anybody sticking around for that one item, especially when you just unlocked like a million things. I mean, we also still need Quake, so there is that. Oh, Helmasaur does have an item. Okay, I wasn't counting my maps and compasses.
Yeah. Ninban taking the Godma route and going straight back.
Right, the compass was in the big chest. That's it. What, Ninban, you don't want to hover back across? I'm messing with you. Alright. Alright, the fireball's trolling Ninban, knocking him into the chain block there, having to set up Spooky a second time, and he didn't even really need to because he doesn't have the fire rod. So Spooky doesn't help. Though the whole like dashing before you drop the block, I imagine that's just muscle memory for everybody at this point.
I think it is, cause yeah, as long as Spooky spin around, which is what almost all of this year, maybe a little bit before this year, runners have been showing it off excellently during this race, or during this this entire tournament, and these runners have as well. So we do have our sorry, I heard something beep in this house. We do have our favorite eyeball fight, Vitreous. I mean, how many bosses in this game is eyeballs?
I believe the answer is 47. There's not 47 bosses in this game, but there's still 47 eyeball bosses. Small key on the boss. No real surprises there because there are a metric buttload of small keys in Mire compared to what you actually need.
It's like the game is wanting you to explore places that you don't need to go in this game.
Yeah, why would anybody do that? Speedrun strats, y'all.
So we are going to get to see the last two items from Pod from Pikapals. See if Ninban did abandon anything today.
Alright, it's Pikapals going for the Helmosaur play. This could be huge, or it could be just a giant waste of time.
Chat's asking, can Fire Rock be on pet? Technically, it can if we find Bombos.
Yep. As can Quake, which are the two items that we require. Well, never mind.
There's Quake. And it was a heart, or an armor, or a sword, or a bow, something from Helmosaur, but we don't need it. Because it's just green 20 now.
But we did get that nice shiny green pendant from Helmosaur, so we can see what that turns into as Pikapals heads back over to Sahasrahla.
Are you saying that Saha can do alchemy?
Yeah, basically. See? Transmuted its form into, proper currency. I'm not saying he's a counterfeit artist, but he sure makes money appear out of nowhere.
So Ninban's heading to the cutscene chest because I believe that's the only check that Ninban has left for that last item.
Yep.
So if Pikapals decides to go ahead and do all of Mire right now, could save him some time. Again, that muscle memory coming to effect. Ninban's trying to do the fire rod strats, but we don't have the fire rod, so we got to push all these push blocks to do it the intended way with the lamp.
Earlier today, I was doing this room, and I didn't have the fire rod, so I accidentally used the hook shot, and hook shot glitch clipped through one of the blocks and landed on the other side after pushing it. Because you can hook shot the torches, right? So
yeah. All right, what is a heart?
Sank heart. Or not Sank heart, huh?
Oh.
Okay. I guess.
Okay, never mind. We're going to the back in the desert.
Yeah, back in desert.
We know where the big key is, so this is the quickest path to it.
Yeah, checkerboard was a full heart, and it was a green 20 by the time Pikapals got there. So. Oh, fire rod in the big chest of desert! And that's Unless I'm completely nuts, that's go mode.
That is go mode. An hour and 9 minutes. And that's a hot place to find that fire rod in desert.
I mean, it's desert. It's a fire rod. Of course it's hot. Pikapals is going to go ahead and go for the cutscene chest here, so he's going to get that taken care of. Be able to just go to Victorious afterwards. But again, Ninban is going to have a fairly decisive lead here.
I bet you it's in these runners' head that if I only come here first, I wouldn't have to push these blocks.
Fair enough. Chat going all technical on me. That a desert doesn't have to be hot. That being said, this desert clearly hot. Especially because it's got the item we need. All right.
All right, that is crystal number 5. We have Skull Woods and TR left. I'm pretty sure Ninban's just gonna go straight to the back of the Skull Woods, go up the mountain, and finish out this game. One last mountain climb for both of these runners. And Chad is talking about all different types of deserts now.
See, now I just want ice cream.
I just want some hot desserts.
Seems good. Alright, so Ninban's going to go ahead and face off against Mothula coming up. That is a real quick fight with the Tempered Sword. Yeah, you might not even see it if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, just gotta keep Mothula out of those spikes. Get some dashes or some fire rod shots, get some slashes on them, and just watch it melt.
Tempered Sword kills Mothula in 4 hits. Assuming you can keep Mothula away from the spikes.
Hugging them spikes, but got him. Very nice kill. Book.
Book on desert. There's just some irony.
I know. Have to get the fire rod from desert in order to get to Moth to get the book, which is typically your desert access. I love it.
And the problem is, I just said irony, and now somebody in chat's going to argue with me that that's not irony, that's just coincidence. And I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you if it's actually irony or not, because I'm bad.
Tried to gotta go fast trap for Ninban.
I'm a coincidence. Yeah, you're right.
Alas, Dead Rock's the worst enemy in this game because you cannot take him out unless you waste time to use that Quake Medallion to turn them into the little onion-looking dudes and just slash them. But that takes time. We are in a race here. No time to turn them into little onion deals. Just take them. Just run
That,
past them.
that or the powder. You can use the powder to do the same thing.
Again, that is time that these runners do not have.
That is
They have to
true.
go to. They have to go to Turtle Rock, take down Trinex to go get that 7th crystal, and then there's more things that ensue after that.
I mean, I've actually had killing the Dead Rocks be worth it once before. There was a bingo race I did where killing a Dead Rock was on the board.
Pikapals picking up 6th crystal, or 5th crystal, about to head to Skull Woods, get that 6th one.
$10,000 spoons when all you need is a wife. What? Good job, Song Leaves. Anyway. Alrighty.
I do believe Pikapals says no, that is quick, because no, actually, I'm not sure Pikapals saw Dark Death Mountain. Actually, yes, they did, because they also did Spy
went
Cave.
to Dark Death Mountain.
So yeah, they know.
I'm not sure if they actually went to Turtle Rock, but I think they did.
There's our big key. I love quick swap strats because you go from Ganon Burning to Ganon Samaria while you're still dashing.
Alright, bombs in the chomp room.
As we said, these series between these two runners have come down to like the very end of each race. And this, they have been on each other's heels all game long this game. So I am excited to see how this one's going to end.
Probably my favorite moment in this entire run so far has been how both runners just kind of did pretty diverse opening routes and still ended up beating the Armos Knights at exactly the same time.
That is so true. And knowing how Pikapals is going to Mire Flute to 1 and start his last ascent up Death Mountain. Ninban opting not to get the big chest.
So Death Mountain in the Japanese name, its name is actually so it's the word for mountain in Japanese is Yama, I believe, but it's death. Like it's the English word death.
So, at least from Ninban's side, we are not seeing Laser Bridge today.
Yep, no laser bridge required, and we are piecing right on out. So, Pikapals will be entering Turtle Rock right as Ninban begins crossing the bridge to Trinex.
Ninban going for the behind the back strats on Trinex, getting it just wonderfully. Now getting ready for phase, was it 2, 3, however you want to count it.
Yeah. Just having one cycle of neck attacks is the optimal strat you're going for there. And that is crystal number 7 for Ninban, so I expect a million numbers pop up in chat right about now.
Why is that, Dr. Bob? Why are we seeing like all these numbers come in the chat?
Well, because there's this thing called the Ganon's Tower Big Key, and it's the last little bit of randomness that this game has to throw at you. There are 22 possible chest locations where it can be, and a lot of people like to guess where they think it's going to be.
What's your normal number? What do you usually guess?
So my contractually obligated guess is Bob's chest, but there's not a consistent number for that. It's like it used to always be 14, and then people started doing right first and became 18, and then people started doing Dark Magician round and became like 12. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll typically go with 6. I don't know why. It just sounds right. But check number 1 is just big 20. We will not see that picked up today. So Bob is going to be in existence if we go back there and see him.
And for those of you wondering, the Bob in here has nothing to do with me. That was named long before I became involved with the randomizer.
So checks 2 through. Okay, so that's check 6, small key. Check 7, 20.
Skipping tile room because honestly, who's gonna do tile room at this point?
Yeah, only if you feel really behind what I see a runner do tile room. And I don't see that happening today.
We got 10 arrows, a map, 20 rupees, and a stun prize full magic, and big 20. I was wondering what in the heck Ninban was doing, and then I realized.
Ninban mirroring out after that, not going to do go full right. So we are going to go to the far bar room.
Yep. Now we do definitely have found enough keys so that tile room could be the big key, but it's probably right here. Nope. I was just trying to sound clairvoyant again, but no. That when I see enough keys to make me want to go right, and it's not on the right, oftentimes it is in fact in that spot. Yeah, so Pikapals basically lost the time going to Helmasaur. Lost a little bit of time here and there, but yeah, it's still going to be a pretty close finish between the two.
Yeah, they are essentially like, oh, and
There's
there is our big key. I'll lost count.
It would be number 14.
Hey, Bob. It's number 14.
Yeah, it's not Bob's chest, but it was 14.
It wasn't. So as Pikapal is making his, or Ninban's making his ascent into the gauntlet area, we have Pikapals entering Ganon's tower.
Alright, so Ninban heading through the spiky room of spiky spikes. I was gonna say spiky room of spiky death, but that is a room in Super Metroid.
Oh, taking the lag strat through here, but it's going to go to the refill room. I gotta say, I haven't seen many cane dashes in this room, but it looks so satisfying.
Yeah, Kane Brian Dash is an interesting little strat there.
Pikapal's going full right, gonna get to that biggie. Unless they, a little bit later, unless they, do not go full right here.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who willingly goes full right. But you never know. Yeah, he didn't even bother.
And now we're getting to what I think is the most satisfying therapeutic rooms in this entire game, the whiz rope rooms. Put a block down, release it, watch all the enemies go poof.
Yes. Going poof is in fact the technical term for what occurs.
Ninban low on magic. Need to watch it there. But I think they have enough. This pot right here will fill them up to get that fire right shot off and continue on. Wait for the jingle.
It's gonna actually fill up with magic here under that pot. Because yeah, you don't want to talk to Ninban about magic right now, especially after Wednesday's race.
Yeah, I will say this interview is going to be amazing after both of our runners finish. Just thinking what's going through their head whenever this seed is done.
I mean, you really have to give Ninban some credit here for, coming back from, essentially just not on purpose, but basically throwing the first game accidentally, and just coming back in a position where it's likely he's going to win this thing, and just not letting it get to you and just getting back on the horse and doing it again. I would be psyched out the entire time, so that is real impressive.
Yeah, and I believe both of our runners have blue potions, so they should not run out of magic anyway. Oh, there's a good double there. Thought the setup was a little odd, but nice double. Single. Just do one more shot as we finish this Master Calculus class here.
All right, Ninban off to the final fight with Ganon. Tempered sword, no silver arrows like you do. Should be able to deal with it relatively short order.
Did not quite get the 1-1 there. Should have the second cycle there. Go ahead and quaff in that blue potion to fill up on hearts, because a hug will mean that we are refighting.
Probably still needs a couple more hits, yeah. Phase 3. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. So Ninban's just going to hang out outside here while we wait for Phase 3. A little bit unfortunate. I'm just going to have to wait for the next viable cycle. Ninban just taking it real safe.
Let's say Ganon is not being very friendly with these warps today. Warp Master Ganon he is today. That's our last hit. Going to tell us the arrows are on planet Zebes and in for the spin cycle.
And Ninban does, in fact, pick up the torch glitch there, which is, shall we say, good.
Ninban taking a little bit safe here, not setting up those triples, but magic conservation. Now getting those triple setups there, good. And I believe just a few more spins, and Ganon will be bacon.
It should be, I think, like, yeah, there. And
now
we go.
Now the true final boss of the game, this 1x3 bridge that Ninban has to cross in order to complete the seed. And when he crosses it right now, Ninban with game number 3 win with the official race time GG time of 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 23 seconds. Get those GGs in the chat for Ninban.
Well done for Ninban. That's going to be the win here. And it looks like that Ninban has decided to join us here in chat. Congratulations on that win, and congratulations on redeeming the issues from the first seed there. That was a well done fight, a well deserved victory, sir.
Thanks.
As Pikapals is dropping into his Ganon fight, Ninban the intentional reverse sweep here.
The what? The reverse sweep?
The intentional reverse sweep.
If it was intentional?
Yeah, we're saying
I didn't get
that
your question. Sorry.
we're saying that you decided to make it interesting on the first day by losing the first one so that you could come back and win it in 2 more on purpose.
I mean, of course, is what I would like to say, but obviously not.
Right.
Well, anyway, that was that pod was tight.
Yeah,
that's what I get from the scene.
Ridiculous. It's just like basically everything is like go do pod. It's like you did every other thing. Both of you did. Both of you were in pod at roughly the same time. You were there a little earlier, I believe. One of my favorite things about this seed was, you had different levels of routing and different directions both of you went. But you both killed the Armos Knights in Eastern at exactly the same time, even despite going different ways to get there.
Well,
it was beautiful.
That's nice.
I do have a question about that. Did you think that Eastern was a green pendant?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering why you decided to go in the dungeon first before going to Saz Raw. But I mean, maybe that's better. I don't know. You're the one who won the game, so what do I know?
I went there because I figured that, well, first, it was getting to be a good location to go anyway, because there was not much left on the overworld. And also, I figured that Pikapals would also do Eastern quite early. So, just based on what I watched of his games. So, that's why I went there and completed it.
Speaking of Pikapals did just make some bacon and crossing that 1x3 bridge, finishing with the official race time, GG time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, 24 seconds. Get those GGs in chat for Pikapals.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 1 second separating the two this time. You know, it was a little over a minute in the first race, if I recall correctly, and then yesterday's race might have been a little bit more wide of a gap, but still not a huge one. So both runners, again, being extremely skilled here, getting some very good times. Good job.
I believe Pikapals is here to join us here. Try and get him up right now. Pikapals, GG, my friend.
GG's, Ninban.
GG's Pikapals.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a seed. It was mostly straightforward as far as things tend to go. Basically, the only thing that Pikapals really lost time on, as far as I could tell, was going to Helmasaur, and maybe having to do tile room in Hera. But I think you might have just made up for that by just having Hera done the first time you went up there. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's questionable. I mean, doing it with Herapot later is definitely faster, but I had a lamp my first trip up Death Mountain that I figured Ninban probably wouldn't have, and
That's why I didn't.
I figured I'd take advantage of it and maybe get an item, so I got $20 out of it.
And the downside though is that Ninban actually had the second glove when he went up there the first time, but not the lamp. So you ended up getting distracted by Death Mountain later for a different reason. It was very interesting on our end when Ninban found the hook shot. He went directly back up to Death Mountain for Hera and Hookshot Cave, which it's an interesting play. It didn't turn out to be anything, but it was certainly worth mentioning, especially with swamp and logic and all that mess.
Yeah, late game Hookshot Cave is weird to route in all by itself. Honestly, I was kind of glad that I found Mitts when I did, just because I had Hookshot my second trip up, so I knew I was going to be able to full clear Dark World Death Mountain.
Yeah, I think any day of the week, you two could boot up one of these seeds, and we could make the Vegas odds on it, and it would be 50-50 either way. I think you guys have skill levels that are so close I can't even differentiate them. It's just you're both that good, and I appreciated watching these races the whole time. And it is unfortunate that Pikapals has to take a break now, but maybe you want to take a break at this point.
I don't blame you if you want to take a break. I'm still chained to this tournament.
Yeah, Pikapals, before you got in here, we're just telling Ninban how divergent your beginning routes were, and yet y'all still killed Armos Knights at the exact same time.
Huh. Yeah, that's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, literal simultaneous flippers. It was basically pretty ridiculous. I enjoyed that moment quite a bit. And then we just kind of lost our minds in pod, basically. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's what happens when pod gives you literally 3 good items in a row.
The only place I've seen better pods, I think, was SMZ3.
Yeah, just throw that in and also have like, freaking space jump.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speed
Probably had
booster, maybe.
some.
Speed booster,
True
yeah.
attack.
Boots and speed booster in the same
True
dungeon.
attack.
How
Yeah,
crazy
there
is
you go.
that?
There you go.
I've probably had some at least comparable pods in like cross keys, but not in regular standard open stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, I have seen one pod that's close to this. It had like both rods and a glove. But again, very, 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 very stacked pod. And most of it was required for later for what you were looking for. But there was also that that Quake and Fire Rod, which were off in the Mire area. Did either of you consider going into Misery Mire thinking Vanilla Cane?
Maybe I would have done that after pod. I don't know. But yeah, it was going to be a possibility after pod.
Yeah, I was putting it off as long as possible.
Yeah, seems fair enough. And it was definitely the right call here.
Speaking of pod, speaking of Mire, both of y'all went into Mire before you went into Desert. How did it, what was your thinking whenever you found that fire rod in the big chest in Desert?
Well, that was my go mode, so go mode was my thought, and I just continued.
I just wanted Fire Rod and Quake to be switched so that I could have actually done Spooky and Mire.
Oh yeah,
Reason to do Mire before
yeah.
there.
I'm pretty sure that just, kicking up dust before dropping the block has just sort of become muscle memory for everyone, because people do that whether or not you have the Fire Rod.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, it's a good thing
Just like
to always
frames.
practice.
All right. Again, that was a wonderful race, a wonderful series to see, and I'm glad it was close in this last one.
I kind of want more of this series, actually. This has been amazing. But
So these were the exact same collection rates that you had in game 1, except I think they're reversed. It was like 150 and 155, but I think it was the other way around. Anyway, I don't know why I remember this. Anyway, but yeah, thank you guys so much for this excellent display. I had a great time, and I hope you did too.
yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap it up here?
Well, thank you both for commentating, and thanks Pikapals, especially for the series of races. Strong opponent, I was scared of you, and I managed to go ahead, but really fun races. So thanks for playing.
Yep, GG's again. It's been fun. Good luck on your next match.
Thanks.
Now, Ninban, you are playing the winner of Zelgason and Allison, which I believe their first match is going on right now.
They already finished. I went to look for them, and Zelga finished like with a 111.
Goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. That was game 1 though, so I still don't know who I'm facing next.
Who would you rather face? Let's get that out there.
It's become a tradition that I face Zelgadician in tournaments, so why not again? And we've always had funky seats where we both lose a match because of Bombo's tablet one after the other or something like that. So it would be fun.
All right. I'll be looking forward to it one way or the other. But yeah, again, this was great for both of you. Yeah. So with that, I think it's about time to wrap things up. I want to thank our runners here, Ninban and Pikapals, once again for putting on an excellent show. And if you like what you saw from them, you should give them a follow here on Twitch because they know what they're doing. I also want to thank our tracker, Scoopula, for keeping track of all the items on the screen. And of course, my co-commentator, Mocha Jones 10. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
And thank you, Dr. Bob Tassie, and give Dr. Bob a follow. He puts on a masterclass every time he's on, so give him a follow.
I literally have no idea what I'm doing. No, that's not true. But it's not great. Anyway, but thank you once again for that. And so if you're looking for more Randomizer, we've got another match happening pretty soon. On this very same channel. Between Ganon's Gone Wild and Blaine. It's going to be a game 2, it looks like, of their series. So that's going to be a pretty great setup there. And I hope you all stick around for that one. Anyway, with that, I think it's about time to wrap it up. So I will just say that I have been Dr. Bobtastic, and I will see you all at a later occasion. Good night, everybody.
Not peeps.